Ever sat through a meeting, a lecture, or even a conversation and thought to yourself, I already know this. Maybe you tuned out only to realize later that you missed something important? That mindset isn't just a quirk, it's a trap, and it's limiting you. Today, we're diving into why we fall into this pattern, how it limits us, and most importantly, how to break free. I'm Hawk, your guide to exploring the edges of your knowledge. Let's explore today without limits. So what is this I already know this mindset? What does it look like? Where does it come from? It shows up in subtle ways, such as dismissing new information, resisting feedback, or assuming that your expertise makes you exempt from learning. That shows up a lot in experts. I've been there, actually. Early in my coaching career, I thought I knew best. I went beyond the I already know this mindset into something worse, which is the I know better than you mindset. That arrogance had a result of limiting me and alienating me from my team. And I had to learn the hard way that expertise means nothing without openness. The moment we stop learning, we start stagnating. And that's a dangerous place to be. Why do we fall into this trap? Our brains crave efficiency. Thinking takes energy, so we develop shortcuts, like autopilot thinking. That's what we do to conserve our energy. So this is helpful in some cases because we don't need to relearn how to drive every time we get in the car, right? But when we apply it too broadly, it can shut down our curiosity. The problem is that growth requires discomfort. It requires discomfort. If we aren't stretching beyond what we think we know, we aren't growing. And it comes with some serious risks. Staying in this mindset can result in missed opportunities. You might overlook key insights that could improve your skills, your work, your relationships. It results in stagnation. The world moves forward, but you stay stuck. And like me, it can result in alienation. Nobody likes to know it all. Being unteachable can push people away. And the worst part is you don't even realize that it's happening. Because when you think you already know something, you stop looking for new ways to engage with it. So how do we break free? Balancing confidence with curiosity is a razor's edge. Confidence in your knowledge is important, but it should never come at the expense of curiosity. You can be an expert and a student at the same time. The key is humility. Acknowledging that you think you know is never the full picture. So I want to talk about how to stay open. I've got 3 techniques for you. First up is ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? The simple question keeps you open to new insights. What if I'm wrong? Look for the gaps in your knowledge. Assume that there's always more to learn. And there is. If you think you know something, think again. There is most definitely something that you don't know. And if you can't see those gaps, you're not looking closely enough. Which brings me to my third point. Engage with different perspectives. Seek out people who challenge your views. Seek out resources that challenge your views. That's more important today than it's, I think, ever been. What with misinformation and that whole, new age of the internet that we find ourselves in. Let's talk about some other practical strategies for lifelong learning. Okay, so curiosity isn't just a mindset, it's also a practice. Because like a muscle, if you don't exercise it, it atrophies, right? But you can always pick it up later on in life. It doesn't ever go away completely. Number 1 is practice beginner's mind. Approach everything as if you're learning it or experiencing it for the first time. It's kind of a Zen concept, but when was the last time you actually really experienced something as simple as, say, sunshine? When was the last time you really felt and appreciated the warmth of the sun on your skin? When was the last time you noticed sunshine in your eyes, right? Like the light coming into your eyes. When was the last time you experienced a breath for the first time, as if you'd never had a breath before? It's a mindfulness practice. So, second thing to keep your curiosity sharp is to challenge your assumptions. And this goes pretty much hand in hand with beginner's mind. So when you find yourself thinking, I already know this, or I've done this a million times, ask yourself, have I really? Do I really? Do I really understand this? Do I really think I know this through and through? It's hard to know something fully, 100%. Truth is a slippery thing in that as you change it around from different angles and perspectives, it changes, right? Finally, number 3, my suggestion in almost every one of these videos is to keep a journal. Jot down unexpected insights, even from topics you thought you've mastered. Keep a log of surprises, anything that surprises you in your study or your learning or in your life. Log your curiosities, anything that piques a question, an inquiry for you. Anything that you disagree on, it's number 3, or anything that challenges your current perspectives is important to take note of. Number 4 is write down things that you do agree with, anything that does confirm your beliefs. Because once they're written down, then you can also challenge those things and see if it's worth believing or not. One of the best ways that I found to stay open and receptive to new ideas is to reframe learning as an act of service. So who benefits when you grow? Your students, if you have any, your team, if you have one, your loved ones. Who benefits from your growth? Who are you serving through your growth? When learning is tied to a purpose beyond yourself, it becomes a responsibility, not just an option, right? So breaking the I already know this mindset is about staying aware of your thinking processes. It's about challenging your assumptions, and it's about a commitment to lifelong learning. Lifelong learning means seeking mastery, right? Like in Asian cultures, seeking mastery is about long-term, holistic, like mastery of a concept or a skill. It's not something that you can do in an afternoon. It's something that takes a lifetime of commitment. Lifelong learning may also mean seeking a diversity of skill sets and perspectives. And it's through this diversity and application of knowledge that we collect experience. And it's through experience that we develop wisdom, right? So I want to hear from you. Has there been a time when you realized that you had to learn more than you first thought? Drop a comment below. And if you're ready to push the edges of your own learning, you can check out my resources at Explorer's Edge, where we learn without limits. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights on curiosity and growth. We'll see you in the next video.